Hello everyone and welcome to my BFA Quick Start guide series, where I explain you all of the things you need to know in a quick and easy to understand video. In this one we are going to talk about all of the changes made to the Havoc Demon Hunter going into BFA. As always, the video will be separated into 3 different segments: changes made to baseline ability, spells and mechanics, followed by me showing you the different talent builds, and the 3rd segment will be about the rotation. At the end of the video there will be some bonus content for the people who still want to get the most out of their Havoc Demon Hunter during the pre-patch. But don't worry, this guide should still be valid and up to date once you have reached level 120. The Havoc Demon Hunter is only 2 years old, and in BFA Blizzard tried to give Havoc more room to play with different talent setups. Which means that unlike in Legion, there is no longer that one best talent combination. This also means that depending on which talent you pick on the level 100 row, your rotation and playstyle will be different. Therefore the 3 talent builds will all have different 100 talents, because based on which one you take, your rotation will be different. But don't worry, for the most part Havoc plays roughly the same as in Legion. Personally, I think that Havoc has a really fun playstyle with a lot of different talent combinations and builds. And for me personally, it remains one of my favorite melee classes. Okay, let's start with the first part of the video. Chaos Strike now has a fixed 40% chance to refund 20 Fury. Chaos Nova now only stuns for 2 seconds, but it has a 30% chance to spawn a soul fragment per stunned target. I-Beam's cost has been reduced to 30 Fury, its cooldown also dropped to 30 seconds, and on top of that it deals 50% additional damage to your current target. Yes, this means that we now use I-Beam in single target situations. Our overall Fury cap has been increased from 100 to 120. Our interrupt has been renamed and now calls Disrupt. And that's it. Right, over to some new spells. Torment is a taunt that we can use in case the tank dies and you're in, let's say, Metamorphosis. Demonic Wards reduces all magic damage taken by 10%. Chaos Brand causes enemies hit by your chaos damage to take an additional 5% magic damage from all sources with an unlimited duration. Consume Magic is a dispel that removes one beneficial magic effect from your targets. Successfully removing one effect generates 20 Fury. Let's go over the possible different talent builds. In total there are quite a few, but I will just give you the most logic ones, as this is still a basic guide. Level 15 Blind Fury, level 30 Immolation Aura, which is a very nice talent. Level 45 is up to you. You can take Trial of Ruin as a passive talent, but it does provide very good synergy with our other talents, or you can take Fell Barrage. It's also a very good talent for that on-burst demand, but it is a channeling ability. Level 60 is free of choice, but for leveling I would take Soul Rendering. Level 75, First Blood, is currently outperforming the other 2 talents, and it synergizes well with all of the other talents. Level 90 is completely free of choice. Level 100, Momentum or Demonic. Momentum will give you that damage increasing buff, but Demonic will be more enjoyable to play. Our AoE Mythic plus dungeon build is almost the exact same as our open world questing build, but on the 100 row I would play with Momentum. Last but not least, our single target raid build, Fell Blade, Demon Blades. Yes, this talent replaces your Demon's Bite and makes it passive, but it does give you more uptime on other abilities as you are no longer wasting a global cooldown on Demon's Bite. Next is Trial of Ruin. In raids I would take Netherwalk. On the next row we again take First Blood. Again the level 90 row is free of choice, and at level 100 we want to take Nemesis. Onto the best and most important part of the video, the different rotations. As always, we will start with the basic rotation and we will work our way up from there. The Havoc Demon Hunter's playstyle evolves around using Demon's Bite or Demon's Blade when talented to generate Fury, and then to spend our Fury on abilities like Blade Dance, Chaos Strike, and of course I-Beam. We also have our big offensive cooldown called Metamorphosis. During Metamorphosis, Blade Dance turns into Death Sweep and Chaos Strike becomes Annihilation. Next, because of the First Blood talent, you want to use Blade Dance, Death Sweep on cooldown, even more so when you're combining First Blood with Trial of Ruin. Okay, right, with that in mind, let's go over the rotation. Like almost all of the classes, we want to work with a priority system. Okay, so for the first build, we will use Demonic. You can of course also use it for any AoE situations, including dungeons and mythic pluses. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go in with a Fell Rush, use 2 Demon Bites to generate Fury, so we have enough to cast I-Beam on as many targets as possible. This will activate Metamorphosis, use Dead Sweep. When you're talented into Fell Barrage, this is a good time to use it because it doesn't cost any Fury. Then you want to use your real Metamorphosis, use Dead Sweep again. Next we use Immolation Aura. After Immolation Aura you can probably get off some Annihilations. After that use Dead Sweep on cooldown, use Annihilation, use I-Beam on cooldown, and of course don't forget to use Demon's Bites in between to generate Fury. The rotation is fairly simple and easy, and of course when you are not in Metamorphosis you use the normal Dead Sweep and Chaos Strikes, but these moments are rare because of the cooldown reduction on I-Beam. And that's the most simplified and basic rotation. Right, let's go over the Mythic plus AoE rotation, which is close to the same as the previous one, but for this one I use the other 100 talent, Momentum. Okay, this one is a little bit more complicated. Run up to the target. When you're in range, activate Vengeful Retreat. This will regen Fury. Use Fell Rush to get back to the target. Use Fell Barrage as it will benefit from the Momentum buff. Use I-Beam. Use Metamorphosis. Use Dead Sweep. Cast Immolation Aura. At the same time you can probably get off an Annihilation. After that we cast Dead Sweep. And of course use Demon Bites to again generate Fury. Right, so do keep in mind that you always want to try and track your Momentum buff, because you want to have it active all the time. Using Momentum the correct way is probably the hardest part of this rotation. During the opener, Momentum will boost the damage of your Fell Barrage by a big margin. Also try to track the remaining cooldown of Vengeful Retreat, as this is by far the most easy way to generate Fury in combination with activating Momentum. Last but not least, we use Dead Sweep, Blade Dance on cooldown as our main filler. For our single target rotation, we use the 100 talent Nemesis. The single target rotation is not that hard to execute. You start off by using Metamorphosis Nemesis, cast Fell Blade to generate Fury, Dead Sweep because of the First Blood talent, and then we use Annihilation. You can use I-Beam, but be aware of the Fury cost because we no longer use the Blind Fury talent with this build, so keep in mind that I-Beam will no longer generate Fury. You can use Fell Rush and Troglyphs when nothing else is available. Again, with the First Blood talent we use Dead Sweep, Blade Dance on cooldown as our filler. You can use Vengeful Retreat to generate Fury, and of course use Fell Blade to generate Fury. That's it for the different rotations, depending on the talent builds you choose to play with. Of course you can switch around the 100 talents. For example, you can also play Demonic and Momentum on single targets. Okay, onto the bonus content. To no surprise, the tier 21 Force Set is still the best option, and for legendaries we have these ones for single target: Chaos Theory, Anger of the Half Giant, Sephusus, and the Illusion of Grandeur. In any multi-target situations we take the legendary head, Sephusus or Chaos Theory. Now when wearing the tier 21 Force Set we use the Demonic and Blind Fury talent combination, which is basically the open world build. And that is all for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Please do be aware that this is still kind of a basic guide, just for the people that want to catch up with their class in a quick and easy manner. Like the video if you liked it, put any comments in the comment section down below, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more WoW videos. Thank you so much for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.